Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into something that might just change the way you look at your to-do list forever. It's David Allen's famous method, getting things done. We're going to break down how it helps you manage your tasks, clear your mind, and find what he calls stress-free productivity.
So, does this feel familiar? That feeling of drowning in a sea of tasks, commitments piling up, and just never having enough time? If you're nodding along, you're definitely not alone. But here's the kicker. The problem might not actually be your workload. And this quote, man, it just nails it. This is the absolute core of the getting things done philosophy. Your brain, it's an incredible idea-generating machine, but it is a terrible office for storing those ideas. Think about it like this. Your brain is a computer. Every single thing you're trying to remember, call your mom, email finance, pick up milk, it's like another app running in the background. And each one of those apps is eating up a little bit of your mental RAM, slowing the whole system down and making you feel stressed out.
And that, right there, is what we call mental clutter. All those unresolved tasks are what Allen calls open loops. And your brain just hates open loops. It keeps pinging you, reminding you about them because it's desperate to close them. So the real reason you feel so busy isn't the work itself. It's the sheer amount of mental energy you're wasting just trying to keep track of it all. So how do you close all those open programs running in your head? It's actually pretty simple. You get them out of your head and into a trusted external system. This is the whole shebang right here. The idea is to create a reliable place outside your mind to manage everything so your brain is finally free to do what it's amazing at, focusing, being creative, and actually solving problems. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this all actually work? Well, it's all built on a 5-step workflow. These are the core habits that, when you put them together, create that stress-free productivity we're all looking for. Let's walk through them one by one. All right, first up is capture. The rule here is dead simple. If it's on your mind, it needs to be captured. We're talking every task, every brilliant idea, every little reminder, literally everything needs to get out of your head and into some kind of collection tool. Now, these collection tools are your inboxes. They can be physical things like an old school paper tray or digital like a notes app on your phone or your email. The key here is to have as few inboxes as possible, but just enough so you can trust that you're capturing 100% of the stuff that comes your way. So now you've got everything captured. Great. But now you have to process it all. This is the clarify step. The goal is to go through each item in your inboxes, one at a time, and decide what it is and what to do about it. You're trying to get those inboxes all the way to empty. And for every single thing you've captured, from a random thought on a sticky note to a formal email, you ask one powerful, deceptively simple question: is it actionable? Your answer to this one question decides everything that happens next. If the answer is no, it's not actionable, you've got 3 simple choices. If it's just junk, get rid of it, toss it. If it's useful info you might need later, like a confirmation number or an article, archive it. And if it's a cool idea for someday, like learn to salsa dance, you put it on a special list called someday/maybe. Now, if the answer is yes, this is actionable, you've got another 3 choices. Can you get it done in less than 2 minutes? If you can, just do it right then and there. Is it someone else's job? Great, delegate it. And if it takes more than 2 minutes and it's on you, you defer it. And that means you organize it in your system. And that brings us to the famous 2-minute rule. And honestly, this little rule is a total game changer. Just think about it. Firing off that quick email, making that fast phone call, confirming an appointment. By knocking these out on the spot, you stop this massive pileup of tiny, annoying tasks that create so much of our mental clutter. So, remember that defer option we just talked about? That leads us directly into step 3, organize. This is where every single actionable item that takes more than 2 minutes finds its proper home. You're basically creating a perfectly organized map for your entire world of commitments. So, your system is really just built around a few essential lists. You're going to have a list of all your projects, a list for all your next actions, your calendar for things that are time-sensitive, a waiting for list for things you've delegated, and of course, that someday/maybe list we mentioned earlier. Now, in the GTD world, a project is defined very, very specifically. It is any outcome you want that takes more than one step to complete. So, plan birthday party is a project. Fix the leaky faucet is a project. Heck, even buy flowers for mom is a project if it involves looking up the florist's number and then driving there. And this Right here, this is maybe the most powerful secret in the whole system. You do not put projects on your to-do list. Instead, for every single project, you figure out the very next physical action you need to take to move it forward. So you don't write plan vacation, you write Google flights to Hawaii. See the difference? It turns overwhelming projects into simple, doable steps. Here's a trap almost everyone falls into, using your calendar as a to-do list. In GTD, your calendar is secret ground. It is only for things that have to happen on a specific day or at a specific time. Appointments, meetings, deadlines. That's it. Everything else, all those tasks you want to get done as soon as you can, they live on your next actions list.
Okay, look, this whole system is completely worthless if you don't actually trust it. And how do you build that trust? Well, that's step 4, reflect. This is all about looking at your system on a regular basis to make sure it's up to date and it's a true picture of your world. The absolute cornerstone of this is the weekly review. Once a week, you just take a step back and you zoom out. You look past the urgent day-to-day stuff and you review your projects, your goals, and even your big picture vision for your life. This is the habit that makes sure what you're doing day to day is actually moving you toward what really matters to you.
And after all that, we finally get to step 5, engage. You could say this is where the magic happens. This is the payoff. Because you have a clear system that you trust completely, you can confidently choose what to work on at any given moment. You're not just reacting to whatever's yelling the loudest, you're making smart, calm, and intentional choices.
The ultimate state you're aiming for here is what David Allen calls a mind like water. You know, picture a perfectly still pond. If you toss a little pebble in, the water responds perfectly. It doesn't overreact with a huge splash or underreact and do nothing. That's what a clear mind can do. It can handle a new email or a sudden problem with exactly the right amount of energy because it's not bogged down trying to remember a million other things. So at the end of the day, getting things done isn't about becoming some kind of productivity robot who just churns out more work. Not at all. It's about getting all those commitments out of your head to get rid of the stress they cause. It's about being more present, more focused, and yeah, more creative in everything you do.
And the most beautiful thing is how easy it is to start. The whole journey just begins with capturing one single thought. So, I want to ask you, what's that one little thing that's been nagging at the back of your mind right now? Go on, grab a piece of paper or open a notes app and just write it down. Just like that, you've already taken the first step.